What's going on, y'all? This is Chris Saunders, aka CS Productions 29, and today we are going to check out another country song. So I've done one country song. I guess you could kind of count two because of that. What was it? Rascal by Rumor. Really threw me for a loop. But I want to try to, let's welcome some more folks that love country music. That's their go-to music to the family. Let's bring them in. I want to learn what are some great country songs that we can sit down and listen to together. And so in order to try to do that, we're going to check out one country song that I do know and have heard of before. It's called Keep the Wolves Away by Uncle Lucius. And just kind of regards to the last song we reacted to, which was the Juice WRLD, what was it? Wishing Well by Juice WRLD. I'll have that linked in the description down below. Be sure to check out that video, just because it's a great song, and it's really sad, honestly. And I have heard this song before, so this is going to be a review. But this song is pretty sad as well. It tells a powerful story, interesting story. So this is Keep the Wolves Away by Uncle Lucius. It's about 5 minutes, so I'm going to try not to pause too much. Keep the reaction video a little shorter.
Took my first breath where the muddy rises, spills into the Gulf of Mexico, where the skyline's colored by chemical plants that put bread on the table of the working man, where the working man does his best to provide safety and shelter for kids and a wife, giving a little of a soul every day, making overtime keep the wolves away.
So I'll warn you, don't click off the video, but get your tissues. So I'm gonna read the lyrics there. So took my first breath where the muddy Brazos spills into the Gulf of Mexico, where the skyline's colored by chemical plants, covered with chemical plants. Put bread on the table of the working man, where the working man does his best to provide safety and shelter for kids and a wife, giving little love and soul every day, making overtime to keep the wolves away. And so I'm from Texas. If you didn't know, now you know. I'm from Texas. And so what he's talking about there, like with the chemical plants, he's talking about oil. And so I didn't grow up or live in an area where there were, all these oil rigs and plants and everything like that. But I've traveled Texas all over and have seen it, particularly out in the country. Okay, so I'm sorry. This is going to be a longer video, but I don't think I've ever actually watched the video, and I think it's interesting just with, at the beginning, when there was the intro, there was the book of, like the Three Little Piggies and the Big Bad Wolf, and then obviously the title of the song, Keep the Wolves Away, and then you kind of see the imagery there with the sun, which I believe is he's kind of referencing as Uncle Lucius when he was a kid, is my guess. I don't know. But kind of reenacting that story, if you will, just there with blowing the house over. But then also, we've touched on it in some other songs, where just like the little subtleties of like that, what is it, instrumental part of the song, it's very simple. It's open, simple chords, but it just sounds really good with the guitar and then the whistling, it just adds a whole nother dimension to it. I love it.
Barely 13 when the company man tried to dig my daddy's grave. It happened on a French-owned tanker ship, spilling poison into Galveston Bay, where the liquid fire filled his lungs and his eyes silenced any more cries. Cold in the grave, with death stinging pain, he fought like hell to keep the wolves away.
So what's going on there? He was barely 13 when the company man, the person who owned these oil rigs, he's saying tried to dig my daddy's grave. It happened on a French-owned tanker ship, spilling poison into the Galveston Bay. All right, so there's an oil spill off the coast of Texas, Galveston, where the liquid fire filled his lungs and his eyes, silenced any mortal cries. So, you know, it affected his dad like it was poisoning him. Cold in the grip of death, stinging pain, he fought like hell to keep the wolves away. So he's saying he's now fighting to try to keep one, death away, but two, now the company man, the people who owned, you know, these massive oil companies that his dad was working at. I love this part.
For the next few years, Dad was sick as a dog, but he made a recovery just to spite the odds. The settlement came and we moved out of town, where the sky isn't heavy with refinery clouds. Yeah, he's still alive, he's doing good, he's in his 50s, but the money's running out, and he's paging for pennies. So I'm going for broke with every song I play, 'cause now it's my turn to keep the wolves away.
That whole transition throughout the video, you know, we've seen him like from a young boy reading the story, tying into the whole keep the wolves away theme here, to where he's learning how to play the guitar. His dad gets sick. There's an oil spill. It affects his dad, and then they try to go after the company to receive some sort of compensation for all the pain and the hospitalizations and everything. And then he beats the odds and survives, but now the money's running out. You know, big business, whatever the settlement was, clearly wasn't enough, and now he's trying to make it big so that he can provide money to keep the wolves away. I'm assuming kind of keep death away, and also just like prolong his dad's his life as long as he can. Love it. No, so that's Keep the Wolves Away by Uncle Lucius. I can't remember when I first heard that song. I want to say it was probably at least 3 or 4 years ago. And for whatever reason, that's the only song I've ever listened to by them. And so maybe we should check out a couple other songs by Uncle Lucius. If you've listened to more of Uncle Lucius, be sure to comment some top songs that you'd like me to check out first. But yeah, no, I just love that song. I remember just the feelings the first time I heard that song. I was like, man, this is just a powerful song. And similarly to some of the things I mentioned earlier, a lot of those just simple lead lines and the space created for the instrumental portion of the song, it just sounds so good. It's so appealing, at least to my ear. And then the whistling, just another additional dimension to the song where it's just so pure and sounds good with really a powerful story, something that probably I never really thought about a whole lot, just because it's never been a part of my life. I've heard of oil spills. I remember from the North Texas area, and I remember it was probably like 3-4 years ago when there was a pipe that busted from, I think it ran from South Texas to New York, and everybody started freaking out and just going to all the gas stations, and gas stations didn't have enough gas to assist people, and it's just kind of crazy to think about, just all the behind the scenes with big business and especially the oil industry. So that's a personal story from Uncle Lucius. It's a sentimental song. It's a powerful song. I love it. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Let's have a conversation. Leave some comments what you thought about the song, as well as if there are other song reactions you want me to check out. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Have you heard the song before, or was this the first time? Let me know if this was your first time hearing this song, because I'd love to find that out. But again, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video in the future. I'll see you next time. Peace.